Ok, nãy mình bị distract, không biết tại sao nữa. Có lẽ là nó chỉ cho stream khoảng tầm 1 tiếng mấy 2 tiếng rồi. Kỳ ha. Rồi. Vừa rồi thì sau khi đó mà mình ăn xong cái bánh đó thì Mary mình nghe lại cái mùi của Mary và nghe có một cái mùi chó, kiểu một con chó lớn á, cho nên mình biết rằng đó là Mary đang thì giấu cái thằng Yale ở đây, thằng Poppy Yale ở đây. Tôi hiểu cái mục
Look,
đích
I understand why you're protecting him, but it's in his best interest to end this hide and seek.
You can search the whole house if you want. Go ahead. He's not here.
còn cái này mùi khác.
Wait a minute. She's not the one who smells like that.
Cô ấy không phải là người duy nhất có cái mùi này.
That's where Poppy Yale's scent is coming from. So, that's why you were sitting there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Could you step aside so I can check, please?
Please go.
Mary, for Christ's sake, put that knife down, would you?
Leave or I'll...
Tôi chỉ muốn giúp thôi.
Mary, I came here to help.
I mean
I don't
it.
want to hurt you.
Leave her alone!
Ngay.
Bobby!
What the fuck? Gì đấy vậy? Tại sao tự nhiên lại...
Bobby!
Call an ambulance. Do as I say. Go on, call an ambulance. Do it now. In the face of a heart attack, there's two things you can't forget. One, stay calm. Two, 1 chest compression per second. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi. 6 Mississippi.
Bobby! Oh, Bobby! Thank you, Bobby. Bobby. Thank you.
I have lots of reasons to consider this a great day. I had investigated a suicide case. I had discovered that, in truth, we were dealing with a murder. I had found and captured the prime suspect. And I had saved a life.
Mọi chuyện đã rõ rồi. Mọi chuyện là như vậy á.
And yet, everything in me screamed that something was going wrong.
Đúng rồi, vẫn còn cái gì đó. Còn cái dấu chân.
Terribly wrong.
Còn cái dấu chân từ ở trong cái phòng gym đi ra rồi. Có 4 người đi ra cửa sau rồi. Nếu Truy làm như vậy thì
Promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I want a gun!
What the hell?
Bang, bang, bang!
A fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualties.
I hate detectives.
Bang, bang, bang!
You're dead to me, cat.
That you, Smirnoff?
You seem agitated. Nightmare?
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
Yeah, that makes 2 of us. Anyway, why don't you go home? In his current condition, Yale's not going anywhere. Besides, we'll take it from here.
Thanks, but that won't be necessary. I can watch Yale on my own.
No doubt. I just saw exactly how vigilant you always are. As for what happened yesterday,
chuyện gì xảy ra hôm qua vậy?
you promised me you wouldn't intervene.
If I hadn't intervened, Poppy Yale could be dead.
If you had warned me, maybe we could have avoided a heart attack. Anyway, what's done is done.
Gì xảy ra rồi. Một cái bật lửa. Đây. Phải giữ cái bật lửa.
When exactly did you realize that he killed Dunn?
Khi nào mà anh biết được rằng hắn giết anh.
Out of sheer curiosity, I'm a cop after all.
Tôi không chắc.
To be honest, I'm not so sure Yale killed anyone.
How about the motive? Any ideas?
Thì có cái hướng nào?
I know Dunn wanted to call the fight off after something Yale did, but I still don't know what.
In any case, hopefully Yale will tell us more.
Would you let me ask him some questions when he wakes up?
I know you will, with or without my permission, so I'd rather not feel betrayed. In exchange, drop by the station when you can. Your investigation could really help my men. Who, by the way, must be waiting for me to interrogate Mary Purnell. Boy, she was hard to pry from Yale's side.
Hay đối xử tốt với cô ấy.
She's been through a lot in the past days. Be nice to her.
Of course. In spite of it all, we're not just vigilantes. And as for you, go get some rest. God knows you need it.
Tôi cần
I will. Thanks for the advice.
Tell the nurses to look at that face of yours. You look like a film detective in his last scene.
I'm afraid this film isn't over yet.
For your sake. I hope you're wrong.
Ngày hôm nói đâu.
You're in charge now, officer.
Okay.
I'll send you relief in 6 hours. Understood?
Doctor,
Bác sĩ.
Who are... Oh, detective. Congratulations. You fared pretty well against that kid. Better than most would have.
Mèo nó móc mình.
Now, if you'll excuse me...
let's just say I got lucky.
Mình không có tin ở bác sĩ này thật. Hay là người của cái thằng kia cài vào.
We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded.
Mày không phải bác sĩ rồi, biết ngay mà.
How's Yale? Is he awake?
Oh, yeah. Go check on him before he falls asleep again. Although, try not to bother him with too many questions.
What's his current condition?
It's too soon to tell. He did have a heart attack after all.
Mình cảm thấy là nó không phải bác sĩ đâu.
Go away. I don't want to see you.
Mình thấy
The
là-
doctor told me to sleep.
I rarely get to interrogate a suspect with his guard down in a place as quiet as this. Getting the chance to study his body language with no distractions is a rare gift.
Thì mình sẽ quan sát hàng ngày lên mình.
He's looking straight at me. If he couldn't hold my stare, I'd think he's lying. But that's not the case.
Ok. Mình nhìn thẳng vô mặt mình luôn.
He's clenching his fist, a sign of contained anger.
Này, kiểu là nó đang thì nắm cái bàn tay lại, kiểu là nó đang rất là tức giận.
His heart rate is increasing. It could mean that he's lying, but it could also just be pure, unadulterated rage. Clenched fist, fast heart rate, fixed stare. He feels some genuine rage towards me. I'm sorry you don't want to see me, but... I'm afraid you'll just have to put up with me.
For now. Luckily, I just got my medication. I'll be snoozing soon.
All right, I'll just cut to the chase. Is he lying, or did his heart rate speed up out of rage?
Sao nhịp tim này nó đập nhanh hơn bình thường.
Is he holding back his rage?
Uống xong á, cái này xong rồi nó rồi nhìn thẳng cái mắt mình.
He can't look me in the eye. I'd say he's lying.
Ai đã giết Tân, hay là tại sao đã giết Tân?
Who killed Joe Dunn?
What? Are you trying to confuse me? Joe hanged himself.
Dunn was too short to hang himself with that rope.
So, it's true? He was murdered.
Ông ấy
I know the murder weapon was yours.
What? The rope? I don't get it. What weapon do you mean?
Don't play with me, boy. The chest expander.
An expander? I've never had one of those.
All right. Let's just say that I believe you. The murderer killed Dunn with a chest expander and planted evidence to make us believe it was suicide. But he also left enough clues behind to make sure we found the true murder weapon. Then he put the chest expander box in your locker to frame you. Do you know anyone that twisted and who also happens to have a motive?
I don't know.
Vậy là Poppy Yale, mình cũng nghĩ là Poppy Yale nó không liên quan gì với vấn đề này, nhưng mà vậy chỉ có thể là Jay đúng không? Có thể là Jay hoặc là Frank Cassidy. Nhưng mà Frank Cassidy khi mà giết con treo không có lý do gì để giết cả.
Maybe it was... What am I saying? Jake could never pull off something like that. Nothing. Never mind.
Chỉ có Frank Cassidy.
What about Frank Cassidy? Do you think he has a motive?
Maybe. A few weeks ago, Joe took me to a boxing managers association meeting.
Headed by Cassidy.
Yeah. He was obsessed with making it illegal for boxers to fight without a manager, or without an associated manager. Everyone seemed to go along with it until Joe spoke up. He said that would lower us to mob status. That Cassidy had founded the association just to make money by monopolizing the sport. That made others think twice.
Giải thích một tí, có nghĩa là hai người này đã đến cái chỗ mà kiểu là cái chỗ của cái ông Cassidy á, và ông Cassidy thì ông kiểu là ông có vẻ như là ông đang liên kết với lại, có nghĩa là ông muốn kiểu làm cái việc mà đấu boxing với nhau là cái gọi là sao đó? Gọi là bất hợp pháp đó, để kiểu đồng tiền hóa cái việc mà đấu, cái việc mà thi đấu đó, để cá cược đó. Có nghĩa là có lẽ là Cassidy với lại cái con sói mà cáo già là có vẻ là thông đồng với nhau, và nói là bây giờ muốn kiểu là đem cái việc boxing ra để có thể là cá cược, nhưng mà bị sự phản đối quyết liệt từ cái ông Joe.
And Cassidy ended up empty-handed.
Poor Cassidy. Desmond O'Leary certainly seems twisted enough. Did he have anything against Dunn?
I'm not sure if they knew each other. At least not in person. About a month ago, Joe kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym. He was trying to give a business card to...
Jake Ostiami.
Yeah, exactly. Did Jake tell you about that?
Something like that. What about Sonia Dunn?
Sonia? I doubt it. She's odd, but she's his daughter.
I've seen worse, believe me.
Blacksad. I think I owe you an, You know, my father disappeared when I was 6, right after winning a fight. We never heard from him again. Do you know what that does to a kid? Who knows where I'd be if Joe Dunn hadn't been in my life. Even when I lost my way and put a gun to his head years later, he still took me under his wing and managed to steer me in the right direction. And now that he's gone, you're risking your life to find his murderer. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Ủa.
The hands say a lot about what's going on inside a person.
Tim sao?
Is that eye movement normal? He seems restless.